Yeah, so I was running a spin-off show from Black and Tan called Nation of Doom, which was a wrestling podcast, and that was me and Derek Fields. He was another member of the Black and Tan family, and me and him did that weekly. And so when Black and Tan started to wane because Jacob, started getting booked in Australia, and he'd be gone for like 2 months at a time to Australia doing different festivals and whatnot. Then he was trying to expand his brand internationally. It got a little tough. I was running it with Courtney and Josh Castro, and it wasn't as consistent, right? And we had ran that thing. We ran 250.
Like what was the format? Just shooting the shit, or you were covering like music and pop culture type shit? Or
you are seeing a more polished version of it in Gray Area. It was
okay.
So we played a game on Black and Tan with our guest every week called That's My Word. And I would go to Urban Dictionary and give them 3 words, and I give them the word. They had to guess what the word means. We still play that game on the Gray Area, but I changed the name from That's My Word to Oh My Word. And on Gray Area, we play a bunch of different games. I'll pick out a game depending on who the guest is. But in the Black and Tan days, the game we played was That's My Word every episode. So every episode I was on, and I would throw out words to our guest, and that was like the icebreaker type game. And then we would just have conversations with people, much like what you saw in Gray Area. It was the same
like
thing.
Organic type of convo, not interview type. Because that's what I did for a while. Because the type of people that I had on, some of them I've known for years. Some of them I was meeting for the first time, like on the podcast. That's not most of them, but I knew them from around the way, but I can't say that I've had a deep conversation with them.
Right.
So when they came on the podcast, it was like some people that gave me like I would say the business answers type shit.
Right.
Because I'm like, you realize that you're not here just to plug your shit. I'm just trying to talk.
Yeah.
And second, story is always good. If you tell a good story, because I had kind of like my set of questions, whether if it's a DJ, if it's an artist or booker or door guy or bartender. So I had my questions in my head. But when you have somebody like, I'm trying to think who I had on, I actually had to do a lot of research. Well, not to brag, I had the mayor. I had to do some research on that shit. Because you can't, you got to come correct. Hella Yellow was another one.
Okay.
Because he won awards. He's done all kinds of shit. And I knew him. Like, I would say hi to him and everything. I mean, I can't say he's my boy or anything. But, he's someone I respect for what he did, what he's brought to Austin.
And he was at UT a lot when you were out there, right?
Yeah, I think he went to HT, though.
Okay, because I know my wife knows Hella Yella, too, because from, I guess, parties and stuff around UT.
Probably, but I think he went to HT.
Okay.
I went to UT. I didn't know him. I didn't know him then. I just knew him from DJing.
Okay.
But, like, just researching some shit, like, that would take me a solid, like, 2-3 hours. Just grab some notes. And at the time, I was like, okay, we're going to do – this is what Miko was telling me. He's like, we need to have segments. I'm like, segments? I just want to talk. He goes, okay, part 1. What part 1? Let's do the background thing. All right, cool. Where you're from, how'd you get started, blah, blah, blah. And then the second part was more of a – like extrapolate on their background and talk about something that they're an expert in and dive into that. Because – Miko is a very like data guy, like a data analysis type of guy. Really, most organized motherfucker I've ever met, and planning and everything. So, it was just, but it felt off to me because when I talk to people, I don't necessarily think ahead. I don't have an agenda.
Yeah, I'm listening to what you say, and I
exactly. And a lot of times people don't have the capacity to extrapolate. Like when you're talking to somebody and then always bring it down to themselves of what they've experienced. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but let's elevate the debate a little bit because trying to go somewhere instead of always what I did and blah blah blah. And I'm like, all right, enough about you. I know you're the guest, but shut up.
Yeah, let's talk about this idea.
Yeah, it's an idea.
I want a transfer of ideas and thoughts.
Thank you. That's what a podcast is for. Because I get the whole. You got to be I think it's a better way to be authentic if you're you're sharing your point of view, but you're actually able to elevate it a little bit and talk in more like abstract terms,
Mm-hmm.
and then bring it back down if you need to. But when it's always about you, I'm like, all right, man, this is boring as fuck.
And that's what I'm the same way. So, and that's like where we're at with the gray area, because like Chad didn't have as much podcasting experience. So when we'd have like our first few guests were like guys that we had to do research for,
like local celebrity type
no,
shit?
no, like Peter Joseph. He's the guy that created the Zeitgeist movies. He's the author, director, writer of the Zeitgeist movies.
Yeah, so he's used to that kind of like interview type shit.
Right.
It's question answer.
But for me, I'm a conversational dude.
Yeah, me too.
And Chad is more like Miko, and he's got prepared questions, and here's my question, and then he had his way of doing it, and I was like, can we just talk to him? Like I just want to talk. So Chad comes in. He's a little bit looser now, but those first like 10 episodes on Hop High, if you go back and look at them, because we had like guests that we did have to do some research for. We had Peter Joseph, Shahid Buttar, Gregory Sams.
No idea who those
Shahid
people
Buttar ran against Nancy Pelosi for Congress in California last year.
Oh, politics.
Yeah. Gregory Sam created the veggie burger back in the 80s and then got into chaos theory. We had Foster Gamble on. He's the heir to Procter and Gamble.
You're saying that like it's nothing. The heir of Procter and Gamble. I mean, might as well have Zuckerberg's kid when he's 18.
Might as well. But we had like all these cats on that had like all this information that I thought was really interesting, right? So yes, I want to, maybe ask the stock questions you have to.
Yeah.
But for me, I didn't want to I let Chad ask those questions because that's where he felt comfortable. But for me, it's like I'm listening to what they're saying, and I'm like, no, talk about that some more. Like, let's talk. I don't want you to talk to me about your documentary. I don't want you to talk to me about all this stuff. Like, you're dealing, like, we had, we've had so many good people on. But, like, I couldn't, Dylan Avery, he made a documentary about police brutality, right?
Okay, that could be interesting.
And
I mean, it's got to be interesting.
It was. And I, did all the research on him before. He's got one on police brutality and some other ones. But I don't want to hear about what went into making a documentary. I wanted to know, like, you were there on the ground. Explain that to me. Tell me what it's like when you're in the house with these families. Like, what was that like? That's got to be a trip to, like, you're documenting people going through heartbreak and then going into court and getting their heart broken again. Like, I want to know, as a human, what is that like? You were in all the protests and the rallies and stuff. What's that energy feel like to be in the heart of a protest with the people that like have the most to yell about? I want to know that.
You know what I would ask?
Huh?
What were you wearing at the protest?
Me?
No, I mean,
What was he wearing?
No, because the thing is, it's not always to get in that mindset from an interviewee's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, getting comfortable. That's why you do your icebreaker shit, because you're getting comfortable. Like, just, hey, this is not your regular type of interview, quote unquote. We're gonna be shooting the shit.
Yeah.
So that's why when you start off with, so what did you eat that day? Like, what time did you wake up? What did you do the night before?
Right.
I'll get to that, and then you can get into, okay, so tell me about the day you went out there and then you were in the middle of all this shit.
That's why we play the game. So that way you're comfortable with us and we're comfortable with you. We're on a level, and I like to play the games at the beginning of the show so that way it can show the more human side of the person. Yeah. Like we can talk about your work all day, but I don't necessarily want to talk about your work. I want to hear you respond and know the person that you are on the inside. So we play a game where top 5 or Julian's got what, or whatever the game might be. And the reason that we play that is because I want you to not be prepared and have to think and be authentic. Mm-hmm. And then our audience gets to know you, and they're invested in our guest as a person, as opposed to, all of your accomplishments and whatever titles you might bring. That's all fine and dandy, but like, I want to know the person.
So enough plugging the podcast then.
No, I got like 20 more minutes of podcast.
No, we're good. So were you a fan of Howard Stern growing up? Because that's exactly what he did.
Not really.
Really?
Not really. I mean, I wasn't not a fan, but it's just I wasn't exposed to a lot of Howard Stern. Like
apparently he said Stone, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't exposed to a lot of Howard Stern growing up. Like, I knew it existed, and I would watch.
But even when you went to satellite in 2006, something like that. No.
Do I look like the type of brother that got satellite?
It don't matter. But it was on K-Rock. But actually, I think you're nerdy enough to figure out ways to listen to it for free, which I did.
Yeah,
For
there was
years. For years.
If I wanted to, then yes, I would have. But I was probably at that time I was probably finding ways to watch WWE Raw for free.
Oh, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like that style of conversation where it's like,
That's the best.
yeah, because the type of everybody says like the type of questions you will ask, you won't find that shit on late night TV.
Yeah.
You get on Jay Leno, you get on any of these fucking shows. It's like, oh, so tell me about your dog. Who gives a shit about your dog? Like, what was it like working with Martin Scorsese? Nobody's gonna say, oh my God, it was horrendous. It's never gonna happen, right? And but at least he got to where he got people so comfortable with answering his questions. He became a master at it, and people would actually sometimes get in trouble for saying too much.
Right.
On his show, I was about to say podcast, on his radio show, but the whole, hey, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna talk for 2 hours, not uninterrupted, which is why he went to satellite, to Sirius.
No commercial breaks.
Yeah, no commercial breaks. Don't need, and then he could do whatever. He kept bragging about that for years. But to me, it's like that's how you get to know a motherfucker,
right?
And not because everybody. It sucks when you're always in sales mode. You're always selling yourself, or you're whatever you got going on. I mean, I'm glad if Austin becomes that shit like it is in LA, because I've never been to LA, but everybody who goes there, who lives there, tells me you can talk to the barista at Starbucks. She's got a project going on. She can't wait to tell you about it when she gives you your latte. Yeah. But here it's like, as the city grows, you're like, okay, is it gonna be one of those? Everybody got a hustle that they want to plug. Everybody wants to, sell something instead of just, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Right.
How long you been in Austin?
Since 2008.
Okay, so you're qualified.
Qualified for what? What are you? Is there a draft?
You've been in long enough. I'm saying you know what it is.
Okay.
You've been in long enough.
Yeah.
I always say when in Austin, there's always there's a 2 degree separation. Like case in point, we talked about it last time, right?
Yep.
You can't. If you're into something, you're gonna run into somebody who's into the same thing, and then you're gonna collaborate. And it's not gonna be a money issue. It's gonna be, yeah, you cool, we cool. You know this guy, he's cool. All right, cool. Let's just do some shit.
Yeah.
Let's just make some moves.
Absolutely.
That's it. It doesn't come down to how can I use you, blah blah blah, that type shit. So at least I like that. I really hope we don't lose that shit.
That's part of the charm of this city, and hopefully we, all the weird has been sucked out this sumbitch, but.
I still see some shit.
There's not as much as we used to.
No, not as much. No.
And they're trying to suck it dry, but there is still a charm to this town where people
city.
Excuse me, to this city.
Pride Rock over here, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Pride Rock, bitches.
Oh shit! Come talk that shit around the graveyard. See what?
See the hyenas gonna get your ass.
You know what I'm saying? Tear them ankles up, motherfucker. You don't even know. We slumming out here. But no, I hope that little bit of charm sticks around. I was talking to, who was it? Jason Rouse was telling me a story about like just some. I can't even remember the specifics of his story, but it was one of those where he was out somewhere here in town and somebody did something incredibly kind that he didn't even expect, and he's just like, people do this still? Like I went to right. I went to Evangeline. You ever been to Evangeline?
The restaurant?
Yeah.
No, I know what it is though, but no.
So that's like one of my favorite restaurants in town. I was there with my family. We were all out. I mean, like it was Christmas time, so like my whole family. It was about 10 of us at a table. And the waitress comes up and tells us like 20 minutes after we got there that our check has been paid for by somebody at another table that's already gone. And I was like, bitch, like nobody does shit like that. But it was like, that still happens. It still happens here in Austin. This is like a year and a half ago. Like this still happens here in Austin. And there's 10 of us sitting at a table. Somebody had already paid our tab before we even ordered.
Did BLM just happen?
No.
Did George Floyd just get shot?
Before then.
Get shot. Murdered?
It was about 8 months before then.
Oh, wow.
So
it wasn't even out of white guilt or anything?
Not even out of white guilt. Just somebody did that. And I was just like, oh, shit. Like that type of stuff still exists here in Austin. It may not exist wherever the fuck you're watching this at. But here in Austin, you can still find that type of energy. Like that weird stuff is gone, but there's still some of that charm.
Did you find out who it was?
No, because they had already bounced, so we didn't even know. And then now
you have a side piece you were trying to.
No, negative.
Just
if I had a side piece, I would not attract the type of side piece that would pay for my whole family's meal. All right,
she'd be at the table with you.
Yeah, trying to fuck shit up. But nah, like that stuff still exists here, man. And then at that moment though, for me, it was one of those looking at my family like,
I don't know that bitch or that guy. I don't know.
It's like, nigga, we finna pay somebody else's lunch. How about we just tip the fuck out of them, and then we keep it moving that way. So that's what we did. We took option tip the fuck out of the waitress and the wait staff.
Okay.
As opposed to
passing it on to somebody else.
We passed it on to the wait staff.
Yeah, you could have half and half. No, we good. We did. I mean, because it's like, I don't know what they gave. It's like, I think they gave like $200. How much do you think your tab was?
Our tab was like somewhere between $135 and $160 probably off the dome.
Oh, that's good.
And it was already paid, and I think they had a little left over. So we're like, whatever you have left over, keep that or pass it on to somebody else, and then we're gonna tip you. I think we ended up tipping her like 100 or 120, something like that. Like almost the amount.
That's good. That's good.
Bill.
Take care of your staff. Yeah.
And it was like, we can give this to another table, or this chick is. I'm not gonna have this chick going to every table going, the last table paid for you, So we ended that chain, and we just took care of her. And
good call.
Yeah, that's what, because I've been a server, man.
I've done it too.
Yeah,
I've done it. Like until you've worked on that side of the job.
Yeah.
Like you don't fucking know. I worked at a high-end Belgian restaurant in New York City.
Damn.
And my brother used to work there, and he quit, and I was there on vacation. And this motherfucker goes, "Hey, you want to make some money while you're here? And once you work at my old job, they'll give you the job." I was there for like 3 weeks or something. I worked for like 2 weeks. And I was a busboy because that was just, fill waters and
clean tables and shit.
Yeah, shit like that, man. Which I didn't mind, but to see like the fucking hustle, people just running around and having to deal with uppity motherfuckers all day. Like I give prop. Anybody who works in the service industry,
I couldn't do it.
Seriously, I can't. My fuse is this short. Like you say some shit sideways, I'm gonna curse at you in French.
Then you would have been great at my restaurant. Because I've only been a server at one restaurant, and it's the only restaurant that you could ever get me to serve at, and that was Dick's Last Resort.
I never
heard of Dick's Last Resort?
Here in town?
No, it's in San Antonio.
No, I wouldn't know.
Dick's Last Resort.
This is way past the light. You're going.
Oh well,
you're going dark. Yeah. This is dark over there. Shout out to my San Antonio folks.
I'm showing you the rest of East Africa. Okay. I know how you West Siders do.
I found you. This is not the oasis where Kuna Matata happens.
No.
This is
no.
way.
We way past that something. No, we're hanging out around Blood Diamond area. Okay, like.
All right.
Yeah. So Dick's Last Resort. There's like I don't know. When I worked there was only 6 of them in the country, and then it kind of went corporate, and now there's a few more around. But it's a theme restaurant where the wait staff is dicks to you.
That's right. You told me about it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Where
dicks.
When I got there, they were starting to they were kind of PG-13 rated R-ish.
It's called Dicks.
Yes, but when before I got there, it was NC-17 X-rated shit happening in there. I got there right when they were trying to change the image because they wanted to go corporate. So
let's hire a black guy, loud black guy. Make him tall.
I was the so at the San Antonio location, I was in the last group that they made actually do auditions. After that, you would put in an application.
No. Pause. You have to do an audition to work at a restaurant, not a resume in an interview, an audition.
Well, there was an interview process.
Sure, but you said audition, so I'm thinking, show me how big of a dick you can be, and I'll tell you whether or not you can work here.
Partially, it was mostly hazing. It was mostly a hazing.
Like you already hired, or was this before?
They didn't tell us we were already hired.
So
they made us like.
But you already knew.
We didn't know, and not at the time that they had us go up on the bridge and dance for fucking 5 minutes. You know,
Holy
like
shit.
they made us go up on the bridge and
Naked?
No. It's the middle of the day. So and it's downtown San Antonio. It's a Riverwalk. You can't be naked out there, especially a black man. Please.
It's called dicks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to haze a motherfucker, we're butt naked on Riverwalk.
They would have been impressed. The water's deep and cold too.
I'm gonna hit the bottom of this bitch. Watch me.
This ain't nearly as deep as they try to make it seem.
Yeah, them boats and not touching shit.
I can stand up in this shit. But yeah, like they made us do like the audition was like they gave us like some situations like they like improv stuff. They were like they put us on. There's a stage in the restaurant and they like gave us some improv situations that we had to go through on stage on the spot. They split us up into teams and each team had to come up with a sketch.
Like okay, real life. Like that would happen at the restaurant? Or
No.
say, okay, you're a firefighter.
Some of that shit
you're a
didn't
cop.
even have anything to do with the. That's what I'm telling you. This had nothing to do with serving people. This was
okay. You're gonna have to give me an example because
this is like
if it's like you come home, your wife is with your best friend in bed. There's a machete next to the bed.
nothing. No, not even. Like here's a stupid scenario. It has nothing to do with working in a restaurant. What is your like? I think my group did like a sketch on like a spaceship. Like we were on a spaceship going through, like, you know, it had nothing to do with working in a restaurant. It was like just straight up like we have 5 minutes to come up with the sketch, and then it was kind of like improv. They would throw some shit at us while we're on stage. Then we had to go up on the bridge overlooking the Riverwalk, and we had to like dance or sing a song or something. Like we already had the job. They didn't tell us. They just
This is good. You know what? This is why how every company should hire right now.
Yeah, let's see what we can get. What we can make this motherfucker do for a job. How bad you want to work here? Would you get your ass on that bridge and sing "I'm a Little Teep"?
Yeah. Guess what? The ones that do, they have benefits.
I think I had to sing a song or something because like so the way I got the job at Dick's to even begin with was so you know Jay Whitecotton, right?
Jay White who?
Jay Whitecotton. He's a comic here in town from San Antonio.
Maybe if I see his
so
face.
Jay and I we started in San Antonio, and back in the day, I had got fired from a job or quit a job. For whatever reason, I didn't have a job, and Jay was like, we were really good friends. We still are. He had a karaoke business. He had this thing called Bitter Karaoke he would do at this bar every Sunday, and it was madly popular. It was ridiculous. So occasionally he would like be like, "Hey, watch the booth. I'm gonna go do some shit." So he kind of showed me how to work all this karaoke stuff little by little, and he would like sometimes leave for an hour at a time, and I'd be there running it. So then he was like, "Well, I got a few more venues that are like asking for karaoke. How about we split them? I'll take 3, you take 3." And then I was like, "Cool." So he got me into doing karaoke. I was a karaoke DJ with Jay Whitecotton for a while. Then he'd be like, there's a house party. I don't really want to do it. Or there's a house party, and it's my friend, so I'm going to be getting fucked up. Can you come through and do it? So I'd pick up the equipment, go over there, and I'd do that. So one of the spots he gave me was Dick's Last Resort, and I ran the karaoke there on Mondays, and it was shit. It was total shit. Like there was.
And you wanted to work there?
Well, no. It was shit because like there wasn't nobody trying to do karaoke on the Riverwalk on a Monday. It was like their slow day.
Oh, the place is on Riverwalk.
Yeah, it's on the Riverwalk.
Oh, okay.
So and they'd have like bands there. They had like a band, like 2 bands that performed there regularly, and it'd be packed out for the bands and stuff. So I guess they were like, let's try out karaoke on a Monday, and I was the karaoke guy, and it was proper shit. So, or if, as my friends in the UK would say, it was proper shite. It was the fucking worst. It was basically me singing Michael Jackson songs for 2 hours because it was like I can't just be I'm spinning music or stuff, and it's like okay, I'll do a song. So I would do songs.
Get people in the mood.
Yeah,
come on, y'all. This is karaoke.
It's karaoke. Rocking
karaoke, my black ass.
Hopping and bopping and singing that song. All little birdies on Jay Bird. That was me. I learned that shit.
Rockin' Robin. You Rockin' Robin over and over again.
Over and over again. So then other people that worked there with like servers would hop on and they would sing some songs. It was basically just me and the servers doing karaoke while they were at work.
It's Cheatham and Friends.
Yeah. So they cut the karaoke, right? They're like, we're gonna let go of karaoke because it's not really doing anything.
Yeah.
But we are hiring. Are you interested? And I was like, yes. And one of my friends, Nick Conrad, he worked there, and I think I just moved in, or I was going to be moving into Nick's apartment, being his roommate. So everything was lined up for me to get the job before I even applied, because they knew me already.
Yeah.
Because I did karaoke there for months, and it was proper shite. And so I already knew most of them. I already knew the managers. I already knew everybody. It was really just a formality and a chance to see what they can get away with. And
so hold on. So when you worked there, you're a server or you're a waitress?
I was
a waitress, waiter.
Negro. Negro. I know I shaved it down a little bit, but don't.
No. I'm trying to balance things out because it's called dicks. I'm trying to balance.
Oh, trust me, the
You're a
chicks that
waitress.
worked there were dicks too. Some of them had bigger dicks than the guys.
I believe it.
Shit, so we talking about San Antonio.
Wait,
They had some big dicks down there.
So you're a waiter, but like you're specifically trained, quote unquote trained, to what, like throw the mashed potatoes in their plate to say, hey motherfucker, if you I gotta go, can you cash out real quick?
So
or?
I was specifically trained to be a waiter. Everything else was on me.
But they expected that because you worked there.
They expected us to be ourselves. That is the thing.
Oh, so you're not supposed to be dicks. It's supposed to be you.
You can be a dick, but like for me, like I'm a dick, and oh my god, when I worked there, you would have motherfuckers hated me because you know sometimes
the staff or the customers.
Oh, staff love me. No, people in my everyday real life.
Oh,
because you know how sometimes when you work somewhere or you're hanging around a certain crowd, that stuff rubs off on you. So often, I was a dick in real life.
You doing comedy already?
Yeah.
Okay, that was done.
Let me tell you, this was the greatest job, probably the greatest job I ever had because it gave me the ability to do comedy whenever, like if I needed to go out of town for a show, it was as simple as getting somebody to cover my shift. But they were all very supportive of what I was doing because everybody in there was artists. And the River Center Comedy Club was right down the street from Dick's. So I could work a Friday night and get done or have somebody close for me and run down and get on the midnight show at River Center. You know, so and then they would come, or people that were like customers that were there would come to the River Center and check out the show. Like it was great. But in addition to that, the second reason why it was such a great job is because I was constantly able to entertain.
Yeah, you were doing crowd work all
day long. So you didn't have to be a dick. What they asked is just that be what you are, you know, and just crank it up. So some people were straight assholes. Some people were, fuck do you want? You know, just give it to them.
But never get fired for it.
Never. You were supposed to do that.
Okay.
To an extent. For me, I'm a smart ass. I'm a bit of a smart ass. I'm silly. And they were like, you don't have to be mean. Just be you. So I would do shit. Like I was the guy that would just walk up to a table and throw the napkins in the air and then stare at them. You know? And I would just have fun. My thing is I'm a shit talker. I'm 14 generations deep in this. Right?
I can see that.
So I would talk shit. And like to the point that like people would come to Dick's specifically to challenge me. Like to roast.
Like as a family.
Yeah, that's happened.
Like, okay, all right, Timmy, we're going to go to Dick's. You want to make sure you should Aaron, we'll go to Aaron's section.
I feel like I've told this story a bunch lately, but like I guess the most epic version of that is I had roasted somebody. I don't know who it was. I roasted some dude.
Like out of what? Just for the fuck of it? Or because he said some shit?
So here's the thing. People want to talk back. They want to talk shit back, right? Of course, and that's your, hey.
But you bring him food, so like how much shit you want to talk
No, it's cool. Bring it, because I never back down from it. If you want to talk that shit, let's talk that shit.
I don't know, man. I was taught don't fuck with people who bring you food.
Hey, you would be surprised. So people would come at me with the bullshit. I come back, and I would roast their asses, right?
Right.
And so I roasted this one dude. I have no idea which guy, but I know there was this day where I was working on the patio. They had just told me I was cut, so I still had I had a two-top, an old couple, sitting at the table. So I went to them, got their checks. You ready for your check? I go to the computer, get their check, and I'm thinking, all right, this is it. Like, you know, in my mind, I'm checking out because that's my last table. I get their check. I turn around, and my entire section was filled in that short amount of time. I'm not even bullshitting. I went to computer, print out, stick it in the thing, turn around. My entire section, 3 picnic tables, was filled. That one table, the 2 older people were now surrounded, right? And I look, I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. It's like 25 people just sat down in my section. The fuck is this, right? So I go over there and I drop the check off, and at this point, I'm pissed.
Because you're supposed to go.
The fuck do y'all want? What are y'all doing? You Aaron? Who the fuck are you? Yeah, our homeboy so-and-so was here last week, said you was talking shit, now we here.
All 25 of them.
Yeah. And I'm like, so what, y'all came to talk shit or what's happening? So I'm trying to get like drink orders, right? It's water, 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 Bud Light, water, 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 Bud Light, water, water. And I'm thinking, as I'm writing, I'm like, y'all are wasting my motherfucking time. All this was, and they came specifically to roast me. As
Roast
a family.
you, not fuck you up.
Not fuck me up. And once I realized what I was dealing with, oh, this is what you came for? Y'all came to get roasted? Bet. Fuck you. Is this your mama? Dry, dusty pussy. I just roasted the whole. I roasted the whole family. Like it was like, as the older couple, that I had been so nice to them the whole time. Because I'm not always a dick. Sometimes if you're just nice people, I'll be nice to you. But yeah, the old couple left, and as soon as it was like, as they walked off, I looked back at them. I was like, it's on now, bitches. Chaperones are gone. Shackles are off.
The seniors are gone. This is over.
It's over now. Now I don't feel like I got to hold back, because I was a sweetheart to that old couple the whole time, and they were about. They didn't want to see you like that. I didn't want them to see the other side.
Look at an angry black man. He was so nice.
And I roasted these motherfuckers, and we went back and forth, me and this family. There was only like 3 or 4 of them that were actually, the 3 or 4 that ordered the Bud Lights were the main ones talking, and everybody else kind of was drug along for the fucking show.
Like, yeah. black people? White people? Mexican.
I feel like they were just
That's why they came, so many of them showed up.
That's why, yeah, they all came in one car, too.
Yeah, the cousin, the neighbor, the second cousin. They all came
in one El Camino.
I believe it.
But that's the thing. They probably were just walking the Riverwalk, and one of them was like, yo, is this that place? Is that the guy they was talking about? Yo. And they fucking did it. So they just popped up on me, and I had to roast them all. And it was like, that was my everyday thing. Was like, I'd go to work, and I would work out different rants or different things.
You'd go home and write? You do this shit on stage too?
Wait, would I write for my job?
Yeah.
No.
But no. Did you take some of this shit and put it in your comedy?
Some of it. Some of the.
Don't tell me you just did a bit just now.
No.
Okay.
No. Some of the shit that would hit at Dick's, I'd be like, bet if I could find a way to get that in here. Or sometimes I would like work out parts of my set on stage, or on them.
Yeah.
So if I had
sense.
stuff that would, because I'm dealing with a captive audience, right?
Right.
So if I had something that I was trying to figure out.
They want food, remember?
Right. They'll laugh.
Yeah, they'll laugh. Yeah, fucking menu, dude. What the fuck?
But yeah, I would work out shit on my actual tables, because that's what the place was for. So I wasn't necessarily a dick as much as like I was just having fun, being silly, and if I had to go there, like it wasn't shit. And then the cool thing about Dick's is, if somebody was giving it to me, another waiter would see that shit, or anybody else that worked there would see somebody getting their ass handed to them, and they jump in real quick. Tag, motherfucker. And then so it was like, if I saw one of my coworkers getting roasted or getting their ass handed to them, oh, good luck, bitch. Like, it's on and popping.
So what happened now? Is it still open?
Yeah, they moved it, so I don't even know where it's at now. But they moved it, and they've opened up a couple of other locations in the country. Like I said, it was only 6 of them when I first started working there.
Oh, that's right, because I was like, yeah, you should open one up here.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
Yes.
No, Austin's too soft. Austin's way too soft, especially with all these California corporate motherfuckers coming in.
No, but that's the thing. Like, if you bring that shit here, the people who would go, we motherfuckers would really like enjoy it type shit. I know it doesn't need to be as big as an Easy Tiger. I'm not saying you guys got to be a bunch of
drunk white guys here. Nobody wants the hat backwards drunk white dude, fucking with flip flops on, talking shit to them.
First of all, white guys won't even take the job.
Oh, they're not gonna work there, but they'd be the ones that would be eating there.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
like,
the clientele.
Dude, let's go to this restaurant. We're gonna talk so much shit.
Bunch of people from UT and shit, and nobody.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think Austin's not.
They ain't got no education in San Antonio. It's a bunch of dumb motherfuckers. You can talk shit to them all goddamn day.
Shout out to San Antonio.
Uneducated motherfuckers. Like, yeah, come on, please bring your stupid ass around here. Big head Juan, bring your ass, sit down. You fucking make fun of this watermelon head. You kiwi-eyed looking motherfucker. Walking around here looking like a real dumpling. Fuck you. Like
a real dumpling. Was the food good?
Fuck yeah, man. Legit. Confirm.
Really?
Yes.
What was the thing? I know this show is starting to be like become a food fucking talk about food last time, but I'm just curious because if you just went, the food was shitty.
So here's the thing: they have fucked up names for most of their shit.
Like puns and shit.
Yeah. So like they had these shit called boners, And I used to eat the fuck out of some boners. I'd suck them some bitches dry. Like, and the boner was
like
chicken
wings?
Huh?
Just chicken wings, right?
No. These were like beef tip. It was like a bone with like the beef tip type joint on it, and it looked like some shit out of the Flintstones. Yeah, right out of the Flintstones. Just this bone with like a chunk of meat, and it was beef, but it was soft, like
melt in your mouth type shit, like
yes.
orgy and shit.
And
orgy in your mouth.
It just, as soon as you bit into it, it would just melt, and the flavors were so on fire. Like the barbecue sauce, the seasoning, everything about it was fire. It was so goddamn fire that I will admit, for the first time openly, I definitely ate the fuck out of some boners off of somebody's plate.
All right, let's isolate. I'm gonna tell my producer to isolate this sound bite just now. And that'll be the intro.
I ate the shit out of some boners.
Good for you. No, but you do, okay. So if they were to bring it to Austin, I think you do that, like you have a regular shift, but then maybe once a month you do like a fucking.
No, man, you can't. If you have to let dicks be dicks. You have to, because if you try to if
you bring a whole different staff. That day, it's like, this is roast day.
Man.
If you show up and you're only serving them boners on that day.
Boners went hard, but also they had chicken fried steak and chicken fried chicken, and they had chicken fried gator.
Gator?
Yeah, with jalapeno
like
white
gator
gravy.
meat?
Like gator tail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gator tail. But like they had the jalapeno gravy that was like, hands down, bar none, the best white gravy I've had in my entire life. It was
I don't think
fire.
I ever had good white gravy.
Dude. They had this jalapeno gravy that was.
I don't even like jalapenos, so yeah, that's out of the question.
It wasn't even as spicy, just that flavor. Like you ever had if you don't like it, never mind. But like HEB has this cream of jalapeno soup, and I use that when I make like macaroni and shit. Instead of, when you melt your cheese down. Like last night, I just made it last night. In fact, yeah, because I made buffalo mac and cheese last night. But what you do is, like, when you make old school home style macaroni and cheese, you get the block of cheese and you melt it in the milk or whatever. So
like the Velveeta shit?
No, not Velveeta, but like legit cheddar, like a block of real cheddar.
Okay.
Like you would melt it down in milk or whatever. But I use so this old black lady, Deborah, she had told me to use cream of chicken, and I was like, bet.
Cream of chicken is good. The soup in the can?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
So you put that in the pot, and you would melt your cheese down in that, because that gives you a little bit more flavor and creaminess to your consistency to what you're pouring on your noodles, right? And I was like, well, fuck a cream of chicken. They got cream of jalapeno. And that shit, like when you do a cream of jalapeno and you melt the cheese in it, it kind of tastes like queso. It just tastes like queso, like straight up. Like really good queso. Like without having to put the diced tomato pepper joint, but it's just it tastes like that, but it's just cream of jalapeno and cheese melted. Put a little milk in there, loosen it up a little bit, then you pour it on your noodles, spread your little shredded cheese and shit. Throw that bitch in the oven. But the fucking
should have bought some.
I thought I got a big ass Tupperware of it in the fridge. I could have hooked you up. I didn't know if you would eat it or not. I mean,
I'm fine.
I mean, and I figured with your delicate French palate, you probably wouldn't get down with that.
No, you know what? Okay. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're going there. there.
Am I not supposed to be roasting you on your own show?
No, I don't give a fuck.
Okay, cool.
No, I ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I'm African too, you know.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
Far west side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far west as you can.
This is actually a portrait from your front door back home, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
This is what happens. You open the door, you see elephants and giraffe and Bagatisi, baba. It's fucking. But what? You know what that means?
No, I don't know what that means. Hello, how you doing, giraffe?
No, it's stupider than that.
What?
It's like, hey, father, there's a lion coming.
Shut up.
I'm not making this shit up. It's Swahili.
Really?
Ba siwenya bagatisi. Baba is father in every African language and Arabic. But it's like, yeah, there's a lion.
Oh, you just reminded me of something.
What? Did I look like Simba?
No. When you said Baba, and which reminded me of Black Panther, which reminded me of, I'm taking you down a rabbit hole, which reminded me of the first time I officially met you. Like we were at Creek in the Cave.
Right.
And I was on my way out, and you were talking with Brandon Lewin from Vulcan.
Yeah.
And I went over to say bye to B, and he's like, hey, have you met Back yet?
Yeah.
And I remember I stuck my hand out. I go, yeah, I'm Aaron. And you said Cheatham. And I was like, yeah, you know me. And then you said in full Wakandan, your reputation precedes you. I remember that because I was like, oh shit, this nigga got Wakandan on me.
You
sound-
Bombay.
Yeah, because you had like usually like right now you're not talking with full accent, but you laid all the African in. Your reputation precedes you. I said, oh shit.
I sound like Jeffrey Joffa, didn't it?
Yeah. Said, shit, nigga. Like ain't nobody never said no.
I can live with the thick African shit.
Oh
Your
yeah.
reputation precedes you.
There it is. I was like, oh shit, nigga. It's
I don't know why I said
give
that.
us free. Like,
Oh, come on. Come on. No. That okay. I gotta tell the story. Now you made me think of some shit.
Okay.
And by the way, I knew that was in your verse. Never mind.
What?
So my parents, for those who don't know what the quote was from, it's from Amistad,
Yes.
right? With Jimon Hunsu, with everybody fucking
Is that his
says
name?
that. Yeah, Jimon Hunsu.
I just call him Amistad.
Well,
Hey, you seen that movie with Amistad and Inception? Oh, you
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
Blood Diamond?
Blood Diamond. Yes. Isn't it a bunch of them? It was in some Marvel shit. No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
him.
he was.
He was?
Yeah, he was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
So
said Amistad in space, my
yeah,
nigga.
that's right. He got free.
Yeah, he
For
did. Real free.
Real free. He went all the way up there. Nobody else. No other black person went up there. But anyway, my parents, it was my brother and I have really close birthdays.
Mhm.
And for our birthday, my brother's like, we're gonna go to the movies. I'm like, we never go to the movies as a family. This never happened. Never.
Don't
And
tell
real-
me that's what they took you to see.
Yeah, we went to see Amistad for my birthday. For our birthday. I've never been so pissed. Let me finish. At white people
Okay.
at a young age.
Okay.
When did Amistad come out? Like
96?
96? Yes, it's like 13, 14, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Maybe yeah. And so, and here's the thing. So we watched the movie. We're in there.
Were you in France when you saw
That was
it?
in France, yeah. And here's the thing. I'm from Senegal.
Yeah.
There's one Senegalese dude in the movie. One guy.
Is it him?
No, it's not him. He's not
Okay.
Senegalese, but there's a like a random slave
How did you know he was Sinhalese?
because he spoke our language. He has one line in the whole movie, and his line, if I translate, is "The fuck you doing here?"
Nuh-uh.
That's
the
all it is.
representation of your country. The fuck y'all doing here?
That's what it was. They were already on the boat. They were already on the boat, and that's the one line he says, and I'm like, "Oh!" And my dad said, "Yep." We walk out of there, and I'm looking at, and this is the thing, like, because it's about the slave trade. So
Yeah.
the French were very involved. I mean, to this day, you can go to Gorée Island off the coast of Senegal and visit a slave house.
Really?
Yeah, and I've talked about this before. Like, it's an island, and there's a fort on it, and this is where the ships would leave from Africa to the Caribbeans.
Okay.
Right? And there's a door, like when you walk in the slave house, there's two staircases going to the side, and right there in the middle you can see there's a hallway, really tight, and at the end you see the shore. But when you go to that hallway, you look to your left and your right, there was cells that were not maybe half the size of this living room,
Mhm.
and they would pack slaves in there. And once you went to that door to the shore, it's called the door of no return. So you left. That was it. So they actually, I think they showed it in the movie. I don't remember. But anyway, I saw this one Senegalese dude in there. I'm like, fuck. And my dad goes, yeah. And then we walked out, and I was like, man, fuck all these French motherfuckers. I was so pissed. And my dad was like, all right, we're going to go to McDonald's. And things got way better after that.
Yeah, right. Happy Meal will change everything.
Happy Meal. Yeah, I had a Happy Meal. I had a toy. I was like, yeah, you cool.
That's a shitty thing to do though for your birthday. Go to see that movie, like
yeah, this is one of those like, son, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. you're gonna know where you're from. Like, Dad, I studied this in school. You know that, right?
not like this.
Yeah, no, this is real. This is real. And then Matthew McConaughey saves the day and shit. But it was, go back and watch Amistad if you haven't. I think it's like, it's nowhere like for the time there was a Spielberg movie, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think it's Spielberg.
Okay.
No.
I couldn't tell you.
I can't look it up. But anyway,
You want me to look it up?
yeah, it's gonna bother me.
Okay.
But it's like it was the first, like it was Roots, and then Amistad.
Yeah, pretty
There
much.
was nothing in between, right?
I can't think of anything. Slave wise, I can't.
Like a slave movie, and then there was like 28 Days of Slave.
Yeah,
I didn't
after
even bother
that-
with that one because I'm like, I don't
After
want.
that, then
I
you
got
know,
PTSD. I don't want to watch that shit.
they started leaning into that shit, afterwards. Hold on, let's see here. Amistad, Steven Spielberg, director. Yep.
Yeah.
Came out in 1997.
Yeah, well, there you go. That was a year before I moved here. And I was like, really?
You know what movie did that for me?
What?
I don't know. I feel like we may have talked about this, but Higher Learning.
The Busta Rhymes and the Ice Cube in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was one of those that made me mad at white people, and I would watch that shit before school every day.
Every day.
Every day. I would start it before school, and then I would finish it when I got home, and then I would take that tape out and then put in my comedy tape.
Wow.
But
you
I
really want to be mad.
Oh, I would.
Not this is what you're doing that to yourself.
Hey.
This is some masochist shit right now. If you're telling me, I just want to get mad at white people when I get to school in the morning.
I would show up with an attitude every goddamn day, and it wasn't until about lunch that's when I started becoming friendly. But the first, if you caught me before third period in 1997, if you caught me before third period, and you was white, I was probably a dick. And even if I wasn't, I was probably thinking some real mean shit in my head.
Probably. God damn. Yeah.
Crack a motherfucker. Fucking Remy looking motherfucker. Just I was angry.
I mean, I'm trying to think of if there's a movie recently that I've watched that really made me that pissed me off.
Man, I don't really. So I don't invest now in movies that make me feel too much.
You know what? There's one show I've watched, and I think that was my dope shit when I brought it up. Your Honor. I think it's on Showtime.
Okay.
I think Your Dad.
Mm-hmm.
As a dad, it really hits you. That's what I don't know if it's because I'm a dad now, but shit hits me differently, of course, right? Especially when there's a show about how far will a dad go for his son. Not in the sense that, hey, my son got my daughter got captured and I was an ex-CIA and I'm gonna blow shit up and I'm a gun expert. No, not that. But I'm trying to protect my son no matter what. And here's a guy who's a judge who's known. Let's say it takes place in New Orleans, and he's a judge, an upstanding judge. He's always fought for civil rights, protect black folks, and his son accidentally kills the son of a mob boss. And as a judge, he's trying to make sure, once he found out that his son killed by accident, he goes through all kinds of stuff just to make sure his son doesn't get caught. And that's the entire, it's only one season. But when I was watching that, I was like, yo, this fucking hits home.
Okay.
It really does. It really does.
So, did the son get off on manslaughter or
I'm
something?
not going to spoil it.
Okay.
It's still out. I'm not going to spoil it because the way it started,
Look at you.
How would it get worse? How can it get worse for the judge? How can it get worse for the son? And in every episode you go, you dumb motherfucker. You're dumb. God damn it! I will whoop your ass right now and everything. But I can't do that. But more importantly, I'm like the way that they shot it and the way that they tell the story. It's. I mean, it was very I would say emotional. Fuck it. I'll say emotional.
Okay.
You don't watch that kind of shit?
No, I can't.
I didn't expect it at first, but now one, 2 episodes in, you're like, I gotta know what's happening.
Once you get invested,
you can't do that. Yeah.
Like Crashing did that to me.
Crashing the what's his name? The comic?
Yeah. I didn't realize that was
Holmes, right?
Pete Holmes.
Pete Holmes, yeah.
I didn't realize it was a rom-com until I watched the last episode. And then I go, goddamn, Judd Apatow got me again.
Yeah.
Because Judd Apatow will sell you on some comedy, and then serve your ass some feelings, and then you be like, goddamn, now I'm feeling some type of way. At the end of Crashing, the very last episode, I was just like, goddamn, this nigga made me feel something. Like, this is not what I showed up for. Yeah, I was like, goddamn,
I don't know.
That motherfucker got me on some feelings.
I mean, what other movie did Judd do? Oh, the 4-year-old version was him too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
40-year-old version.
So it's a rom-com, but with a lot of fucking comedy.
A lot, but every one of his movies, it hits a point where all of a sudden it's not so much funny and it's more.
It
about,
shifts.
Yeah, it
it's
shifts to the love over. Now he's got to get it back. Or Zack and Miri make a porno. Man, I was like, I went to go see that. That's a hilarious. I saw the.
That's the
best.
Trailers. That's a great title. I'll go see that.
Yeah, and it's hilarious as hell. And then all of a sudden, feelings get involved, and it's like, but I gotta watch how it ends. I gotta.
Yo, there's a
see it.
There's
now.
a movie that did that for me recently that I watched, and I laughed so hard is the one with the Keith Stanfield when he plays the telemarketer.
Oh,
Thank you for
sorry for bothering you.
Yes.
Yes.
I was laughing my ass off until the horse people showed.
Yeah, instead of romance, they snuck some sci-fi in
I'm
on
like,
you.
whoa, hold on, what? Because I'm watching it and I'm like, wait, the part where he's beefing with his best friend and start throwing compliments at each other.
Yeah.
And then like when he's in the car and he has the windshield wipers with the string.
Yes.
All that shit.
Yes.
And I'm just laughing my ass off. All
Danny
this stuff.
Glover showing him how to do the white voice.
Yeah. I'm like, this is brilliant. I want to know what happens. And then horse people.
And then horse dick.
Yeah, horse dick too. Yes. Like you see a shadow at first, you're like, what was that? And like, oh, okay. That took a left turn.
Yeah.
They came high that day. They started writing the script.
It was. I think they're about to hit the deadline.
Yes.
And they're like, we got like 3/4 of this. What are we gonna do for the last quarter? Horse people. Fuck it, write it. We can do that.
We need a plot twist.
Yeah.
Aliens? Nah, that's too obvious. What are we doing? Little people, horse people. Jim, you'll go far in this industry.
Yeah, right.
I like the way you're thinking. Yeah. Horse people. How are we gonna do them?
Lots of veiny horse cock.
Yes.
Lots of it.
And do not warn anybody about it. It just happens.
You know, it's kind of like
it's like 15 minutes before the end of the movie.
Yeah, then you get horse dick, kind of like Watchmen, the movie, not the TV show, which I love the TV show.
The movie, I try to remember.
The Watchmen.
Oh, the blue dude.
Yeah, I hate when you're watching some shit and then all of a sudden you get some sci-fi dick for no reason. Why I didn't ask for Blue Man dick. What happened to the Blue Man group? They just went. They went way left on us. What the fuck?
They fused into one, and then their dicks got together.
Yeah. It's like a combination of all of their dicks in my face at once. And I paid $13 to be here to watch this.
I did not go to the movies for that.
I saw that shit in the movie. So it was about 6 feet long on the big screen. Big ass blue dick. I don't sneak dick on me. If you ask, I'll probably say yes, but you don't have to sneak some dick on me.
Yeah, but if it is, it's got to be something special about it. Then in the case it's blue. If it was just a regular one, it would have been in passing.
Yeah.
A regular one would have been like, oh, here's a dick. All right, cool. Done.
Like like on the Hangover. When old boy hops out.
Yeah.
Little dick, run. Gone.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Quick. But if it's gonna show you like full frontal, like
it's got to be on a horse body.
Yeah, it's got to be something else, not just a dick. So they did their job. You fell for it. You paid for it too.
Yeah, it was 2 hour. It was a 2-hour dick joke. It was all of this just to get you to look at a dick.
Did you know before you went?
Hell no.
Oh, but in the comic book, isn't he naked? I don't read Watchmen, so I don't know.
No, I didn't. When I saw the Watchmen the first time, I wasn't into the comics. I knew it was a DC comic, but I didn't really know much about it. This is like early 2000s. I didn't really know a lot.
Yeah, I don't care for that.
But I saw the trailer and I was like, yo, this looks dope. You know, it's a different universe. I'm into escapism big time. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's check it out. And this is a good movie. This is a good movie. That's a blue dick. I'm out. So
you took off. Where you going, Aaron? I can't, man. I was just not for me. You tell me how it ends. They saved the world. We out.
Yeah, they dropped a large squid on New York. That's how it ended. Oh, okay, word. Okay.
Well, what's more believable? The blue dick or the giant squid of New York?
I'd have to say the giant squid is more believable than that dick.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, the way that this world is going right now, it's more probable that we'd have a giant squid fall on Manhattan than somebody got a dick that go to their knees.
Yes,
outside
of
East
space.
Africa.
Yeah, and outside of fucking universe, is some other planet, some parallel universe. Like, hey, your dick can live there. All right, whatever. No, nothing.
You guys still need dicks in the future, because I figure you would have gotten past this by now. Madam President.
What's the evolution of dicks? Blue ones?
Blue. That's where we're going.
Not black, not gray, not white. Blue. Blue is the future, son.
It went from blue balls to blue dicks, and they hang low.
We'll take your kids to watch it.
They've already seen it twice.
and you'd be like, and this is right when we walk out, son.
Nope. Yeah, that's what I tell him, and I tell my daughter, you don't never let none of these. See, you don't
blue
want to be nowhere
dick,
near
run.
That. Yeah, none of that shit.
No giant Smurf dick for you.
No.
They can't have that.
It's a bit much.
I don't do superhero shit.
Really?
No. Because here's the thing. every superhero movie is the same. Like there's a trope. It's called trope, right?
Yeah, it's called a trope.
Yeah, it's the same shit. It's like here's a dude. Nobody asks him for shit. He's just a regular ass dude. Then he gets his powers, and he realizes he got powers. He got to learn the powers. There's a montage of him training. I watched that piece of shit Mark Wahlberg movie.
That's your first problem.
The Infinite. No, it wasn't my pick.
Watching Mark Wahlberg anything is a
no,
problem.
no, hold on. Mark, he has some good ones. The Departed was good in The Departed.
That wasn't his movie.
It doesn't matter. He's in it. That was the point I was trying to make.
Leo.
Yeah, okay, but it was in it.
Leo
That was a good role. But anyway, Pain and Games actually I liked it because it was
Matt
true
Damon
story.
was in it. Matt Damon is.
Yeah, he has a good role in there too. No, but anyway, it's like okay, you're gonna find out you have powers. First, you're gonna be denying it, and then you're gonna be like, oh shit, I do have powers. I'm gonna learn. There's montage. Let me train and figure out how this shit works, and you're gonna go through some machines, and then next thing you know, I go on my first mission, I fuck up because I don't control my powers that well, and then somebody tells me basically how to make it work, and then from that advice, I make it work, and then next thing you know, I'm the badass. But at one point, I get too big-headed because I'm like, I think I'm the shit, so I'm going to break whoever helped me, or I'm going to act like an asshole, and I'll come back and apologize and save the world. That's every superhero movie.
That's the first movie, but what happens after that?
Who gives a fuck? I'm done.
See,
I'm done.
I'm a progression type brother,
yeah,
right?
but don't okay.
I want to see where you go from here. We all know that's how it's going to start. You can skip the first
How many
one.
Spider-Mans and Batman movies are they going to make? It's the same shit.
Well, okay, that's a money trap. That's what that is. But I mean, when you look at the rest of the Marvel shit, like there's a lot of things like they're telling stories that are like deep cuts and shit.
I get that, but here's the thing: you're trying to compress years and years of comic book stories into a 2-hour movie. So
not anymore.
Okay. If you make but they've planned out the entire universe, and how I like the universe aspect where things are linked, but chances are they probably are in a comic book as well. But my point is you're unless you're actually expanding the universe. But if you're just doing it, hey, we're gonna do a superhero movie. What was that shit on Netflix with Charlize Theron when they were like fucking?
Oh,
they were immortals.
The old guy.
Yeah, the old guard.
The old guard.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, don't you want to know?
I watched it. I watched the fuck out of it.
It's the same shit.
It was the pandemic. We all watched the fuck out of it.
No. Look, this is how bad it is. It's like some people are born immortal, so they're immortal, and there's an ambush. They get shot. And then they survive because they're immortal. And then the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, so these immortal people, they were babies I want, but because there's one character towards the end of the series that's like she's the young black. If I don't see, she's immortal. She's a soldier in the army. She gets shot and she doesn't die. And she's like, why am I like that? I'm like, so you're immortal. So that means you're an immortal baby at one point.
Unless it just turned on.
No, apparently not.
Oh well then. Well, fuck it. I might be immortal too. Goddamn it.
Oh, I'll throw you in traffic. See what happens.
Probably.
Can you go to jail if I take a immortal baby and throw it into traffic and I know it's not gonna die? Am I going to jail?
Of course you are.
Why? It's
That's
immortal.
a piece of shit move.
But it's immortal.
It doesn't
It's not
matter.
gonna hurt. It's not child endangerment if the kid can't die.
First off, you're black.
Well, okay.
So you definitely go.
Okay, no. It's over. The conversation's over.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's immortal.
Okay,
or not.
I'm Justin Smith. I'm white. I wear my head backwards. I wear khaki shorts. It don't matter. It's a baby. If it's a black baby, it's racist. It's not child endangerment.
You're going to jail if you're white and you throw a black baby in traffic because that is a hate crime.
Yeah, it's a hate crime, but
so I will say yes because even if the child is immortal, you've endangered the child and other motorists on the road. Therefore, yes, you will go to jail for throwing an immortal baby on the street, even though you know the baby's not going to die. Yes, because you put other people's lives in danger.
Okay, I throw it off a bridge.
Why are you throwing babies?
Because it's immortal. I just found out my baby's immortal.
I mean, start slow. Arsenic. Like,
no.
you ain't go straight to throw it. It still hurts when they fall.
I have a cannon that I should have fucking.
Yeah, he's not Gonzo. Don't shoot the some bitch across the circus tent.
But this is how bad the series was. It was because I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, that whole crew. And then by the way, and their names are like boring as fuck. It's like
T-Bar and Mace.
No, it's like Joe and Sarah.
It actually was. You're right.
Yeah,
yes.
some stupid common ass. They should have been like, oh, I'm
Ray. Craig.
That's what it was. I haven't seen you since the fucking first revolution.
Yeah.
It's like, no, bitch. I mean, give me some funky names.
Hold on. This is what I'll say. Cause,
Like Cyrus or some crazy fucking.
Yeah, give me a,
Yeah, Sarah or Greg.
Where's Odysseus at? Where, give me give me a Plato.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they've been living for centuries.
You should have an old ass name. You shouldn't have to
You
adapt.
should have 25 names. You can just pick from whatever era name you want.
Yeah, and people think it's a throwback.
Yeah.
If you walk out like, yo, my name's Eurocles, they be like, oh shit, nigga, like, I ain't met one of those. Can you spell that?
Yo, Caesar, my homie, motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yes, that was lame, but like what they're doing with the Marvel universe, like I dig it, right? Like that's the way that they've where they've taken these characters and they all start off just the way you laid it out.
Sure.
But then events begin to progress and happen, and you see these characters go from being one thing to another. Like if you look at the story arc of the character arc of Tony Stark, right?
Sure.
Iron Man. He started off the exact thing you just laid out.
Yeah, the cocky motherfucker.
All that, got humbled. Then the next one, he comes out, and he's really feeling himself with the powers. He created another suit that was supposed to be for Terrence Howard, but he a dick, so they got Don Cheadle in there to fly around and the shit. And then he overcomes that. Then the third one, he comes crashing down to Earth, and he's like, oh, yeah, you know what? I went a little bit too far. Ego got away from me. I need to be humble, come back down. But then throughout the course of, like, the next 7 to 10 years of movies, and he's not in every movie, you watch this guy go from this cocky asshole playboy philanthropist motherfucker to actually having a conscience, somebody that actually gave a damn about the well-being of other people, and you're along on this trip as well. And not everybody is on the same character arc as him. It's not like everybody collectively is going up and down at the same time. There's people that are going through their own paths, and they have their movies that cover that. But I love the progress of I used to say Jay-Z was my favorite rapper because of the progression from where he started to where he ended. I don't say that anymore. I don't say Jay-Z is my favorite anymore, but for a long time he was, and it was because anybody can stick around for a long time. Anybody can be Craig Biggio and collect 3,000 hits, but it's what do you do along the way? Are you the same person you were at the end of the journey that you were at the beginning? And Jay-Z went through so many iterations and so many different things, and that's what I respected the most about him was how much he progressed from that dude that was selling rock, in 95 to fucking having 3 kids with Beyonce. It's a hell of a character arc. All right.
Okay. Let me. I'm with that. It's always weird. Not weird to me, but when the typical story of one dude saves the day gets old. It's like, okay, we're gonna pick this random dude, and then he's gonna figure it out, and then he'll save the day. It's always, and then he'll get help along the way, and then there'll be a chick, and there'll be an old man.
Dude, that's what made Thanos so dope, though. That's why why Infinity War hit, because they lost.
Yes, so
they lost.
I'm at least in that sense, it's different. If it's a one-off.
Oh, it's gonna be trash. You can catch it on Netflix.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So is this kind of shit that pissed me off?
I'll see you eventually. Black Lightning, maybe.
There's gonna be one.
No, there's something on Netflix called Black Lightning.
Netflix needs to stop.
Oh, they've been Netflix been.
No, they can't. They greenlight everything.
They've been shooting them motherfuckers out.
Did you see the trailer to the movie Karen?
Like Karen is in
the movie on BET original production. Called Karen.
Is it about Karens?
Yes.
Is my mom starring in it?
I hope not.
Probably.
No, so it's literally this black couple moves into the neighborhood. The neighbor across the street, her name is Karen. Of course her name is Karen. And she does everything she can to get him kicked out of the neighborhood.
Sound like Lakeway Terrace. Didn't Samuel L. Jackson already make this movie?
It's like a bootleg Get Out. But maybe BET. You have to watch.
Everything that BET puts out is a bootleg version of something else.
No. But I mean, people were. I mean, I hate when people say that. I'll say it anyway. People having a blast on Twitter roasting the shit out of that trailer. It dropped like last week, but it was so funny because it's the white woman who plays Karen. is she can't have another role now. I mean, it's not because the entire trailer, it's like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. It's just her going, "Oh, we need to get him out of here. Oh, you people, this." It's every racist shit ever.
It's like Michael Rappaport with Higher Learning. Like, he will forever be Remy to me, even though I don't look at him in a negative connotation. But like Michael Rappaport, as an early 20-something-year-old, played Remy in Higher Learning. And every time I saw Michael Rappaport in anything after that, I go, "Oh, it's fucking Remy." Like, everything. He was always the skinhead that killed Tyra Banks. And then said, "Fuck you, Malik. Fuck you, Malik."
But Michael Rappaport got funny later.
He did, but he can't
separate the two.
No, I can't. If you came up watching Higher Learning, especially if you watched it every day before school, like some of us did,
like
you
no,
would
like
know,
you did. Nobody
you would
else.
know Michael Rappaport is
Cheatham.
Remy.
Nobody else did what you did.
Oh, there's a couple of people that watched it like that.
Y'all need to start a convention, a Facebook group, or some kind of meetup.
It'd be me and 4 white guys.
I hope so.
4 skinheads who think that Remy was the hero of the movie.
Yeah, fuck Ice Cube and Busta Rhymes.
No,
this is the dude.
They were actually auxiliary pieces too. They weren't
Yeah,
even
they
main
were.
pieces, but it was all about Omar Epps, who was the fucking star of the 90s.
That's right. I
Omar
forgot Omar Epps.
and Tyra Banks doing that thing with her tongue.
She
did that thing with that.
I would watch that shit again, actually.
She did that. Her tongue curved in a way I ain't seen a tongue curve like before or after. Tyra got this thing. I said, Tyra. Shit. Damn, Tyra. That's what Tyra was.
I need to watch because I watched it. How did I watch it? Yeah, I think I watched it in English. I was in France, but I watched it in English. Because I was a huge fan of Busta Rhymes. Like, oh, Busta Rhymes is in the movie now? Sure, why not? Do you remember Who's the Man?
Who's the Man?
The movie Who's the Man?
I remember. I can't think. Why could I not?
All 90s rappers went in them. It's Dr. Dre and Ed Lover.
Oh yeah.
Become cops.
Yes.
So
yes.
So let me. I said it. So my boy is shout out to Izzy. He had it on VHS.
Okay.
And at the time he was like, "Yo, I got this from Lebanon." I don't know where the fuck he got it. He's like,
from Lebanon?
No, but he's from, because he used to go to either Saudi Arabia or Lebanon on vacation. He would bring back shit, like games and stuff. But anyway, he was like, "Yo, I got this movie. It's like every single one of our favorite rappers is in this shit." I'm like, who wants to see them act?
Yeah.
And we were like, "No, you don't understand. This is funny." And my English was not as good back then. But I'm trying to think, like, who, Colin Quinn is in there.
Damn, that's a shout.
Colin Quinn is in there. Dennis Leary plays the chief police officer.
He was hot back then.
He was the chief.
Yeah.
So Dr. Dre and Ed Lover, they were the two, and they were named Dre and Ed Lover. Bill Bellamy, Bernie Mac is in it.
What was the plot? I've got like mental pictures of it. I can't think of what the plot was.
So if I remember correctly, it's Ed Lover and Dre. I forgot why they became cops in the first place, but they joined the police force. And they investigate. Some dude in the neighborhood, like his house got burned down or some shit like that. There was something happened in the neighborhood in New York, and they were investigating it and trying to figure out what happened. Something like that.
Okay.
But to me, it was more, oh shit, there's leaders of the new school. Holy shit, there's Guru. Holy shit, there's Salt and Pepper.
Okay.
Holy shit, there's Ice-T. And it's just like rapper after rapper, and we had the soundtrack. Soundtrack was dope. I forgot what I bring this up.
Didn't they have
I'll watch that shit again.
The Who's the Man song was on that soundtrack, right?
Who's the man? Who's the man? Yeah. No, the real song is Who's the Man? The master plan, and nigga with a motherfucking gun, something like that.
Yeah.
But then on the soundtrack, it was just Who's the Man?
Okay.
Who's the man? Yeah, they couldn't put a nigga with a motherfucking gun.
Well, no, yeah.
But
they had that Weinstein money. You can't do that.
Yeah. But that was like one of the first like hip hop movies. If not, it is the first hip hop movie I've ever watched.
What's your favorite hip hop movie?
I'm trying to think of some, like hip hop with rappers or hip hop.
Like hip hop movie starring hip hop artists.
Oh, artists.
You know, like that movie.
I'm trying to think of another one that I.
Belly.
Okay, Belly. I have to remember Belly though because it was so long ago. I know it's dope. I know it's dope.
See that you hear that DMX came out a little bit. It just I don't even know where that growl came from. The spirit touched me, and that growl came out.
Oh, you felt that, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, I have to watch Belly again. I really do.
Belly's
It's kind of hazy for
Friday.
me.
You count
Friday?
that?
Okay, I'll take Friday.
I mean, it's only Ice Cube. I don't know if you count that, but
yeah, it is. Yeah,
okay,
I think
okay, cool.
no Friday. I mean, I know people who like know the entire dialogue of Friday by heart. Like it has all these hip hop movies. If you can get a good, I would say 20 quotables. Because I mean, everybody knows you got knocked the fuck out. You know,
House Party.
Okay, House Party is a good one.
And House Party 2, House Party 3, the one House Party 4 with Immature. Nah, it's out of here.
Yeah, House Party, I'll give you that.
House Party, that was
my very first. It was a hip hop like artist, but I remember watching Breaking for the first time in France.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, this is it. I'm gonna grab a broom. I'm gonna go to the front yard and start trying to do what Turbo did.
With the broom? That shit?
Yeah. Because when you watched it and you were a kid, I mean, Breaking came out in like 84, 86? No, 80, yeah, because it was in French, it was called Break Street 86, 80, something like that. Anyway, I was by the time I watched it, I was maybe 7, something like that.
You know I missed all that shit. I was in the Philippines.
Yeah,
I missed all that.
They had, you know,
I missed all that
some
shit.
version of Breaking over there was a Filipino.
No, it was somebody breaking in my house. Goddamn rebels breaking in my house.
It's called Broken.
Eating my goddamn ducks and shit.
No, but like it was that big. Like everybody, it was kind of like when you got served came out.
Okay.
And everybody wanted to dance.
Okay. Oh, really?
Like,
Is that the vibe? Like real talk?
Oh yeah, all these dance movies except for the like step up shit.
Yeah.
Like when Breaking came out, and it was like one of the first movies. Well, there was Wild Style first. It was Wild Style and Breaking, but Breaking was like Wild Style was like more like street than Breaking, because Breaking was still the 80s movie. People dance for no reason type shit. And then Boogaloo, Electric Boogaloo was like, yeah, this is not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. But yeah, after that, everybody wanted to dance. You got served. Everybody wanted to dance. Step Up, nah, not as much. I'm trying to think of other like hip hop.
Honey.
Was that J-Lo?
No, that one was Mariah.
Oh no, I didn't bother.
Glitter.
I didn't
Glitter was.
Yeah, Glitter. No, Glitty. No, was it?
Glimmer. Glitter. That was the J-Lo one.
The J-Lo with Affleck, right?
No, that's a different one.
Giggly.
Yeah, that was another one.
Giggly.
You jiggly, baby. Go ahead, baby.
I don't know, man, but that thing had like
it was trash.
Zero minus.
Well, I mean,
zero
Honey
stars.
was trash too, though. Let's not front. Honey was trash too. That one was Mariah.
Okay, so what's the last hip hop movie? It don't say Coming to America. I'll get you out of my house.
That's not a hip hop movie.
Well, because it's like, there's artists in there that do cameos and shit.
That doesn't count. That's an Eddie Murphy joint. Nobody thinks that is hip hop. Last hip hop movie?
Soul Plane?
Shottas?
What?
Shottas?
Shottas? Is that a T.I.?
SHOTTAZ. Was T.I. in that one? Oh, that's not the one with T.I., is it? Yeah, that's the one with T.I.
But how's it hip hop if there's only T.I.? I'm talking about like there's actually.
Well, I mean, how is Friday hip hop if it's only Ice Cube?
Well, yeah, but the soundtrack, the Friday soundtrack was all hip hop.
Nah, it was oldies. It was all oldies.
The Friday soundtrack?
Yes. Okay, so you had the one with Dre and Ice Cube, but it was mostly like a bunch of them old school tracks.
Like Keep Your Ass Ringing was on there. That was the track.
Ding Ding Dong.
Yeah, Ding Ding Dong. Yeah,
they had two, but most of it was old school shit, wasn't it? Trying to get a better day.
Oh, okay.
Bunch of Al Green playing on that shit.
Okay. This is before Ice Cube went family movies.
Yes. I'm trying to think. The last hip hop movie that I can think of is, dude, there hasn't been one in at least 20 years, but I mean, there's been hip hop artists that have crossed over. Like DMX had a bunch of hot fucking movies. If you want to call Romeo Must Die a hip hop movie,
sure. I mean, fucking Ludacris is in
and all the Fast and Furious, but I wouldn't call that a hip hop movie.
No, T.I. is in everything and anything you can get on.
I just saw something with T.I. and he had like the spot on his face.
I don't know, but T.I. always plays the same role in every movie.
I'm trying to think what movie that
was.
Or
50 Cent. Remember that 50 Cent movie with Pacino and De Niro? Did you see that piece of shit?
No.
Don't.
No. I saw Get Rich or Die Crying. My favorite
Die
scene.
crying?
Yeah, because I did.
I died crying and left.
My favorite part of that was when he got in his granddad's face. He said, "Fuck you, granddad. I'ma be a gangster." I was like, whoa.
Oh, please.
Whoa.
Please.
Whoa, Curtis, calm down.
I think it's time for another hip hop movie, like a good one. Who would you cast?
It depends on what the plot is. Or is it a comedy or is it a street movie?
I would say comedy.
Okay.
First of all, you're going through a lot of black comics in this shit.
No,
Kevin Hart will be in there.
No. Yo, yeah, LL Cool J ass.
Yeah.
First off, it doesn't even matter if it's a comedy or a drama. It doesn't matter what it is. Wesley Snipes has to be in it.
Thank you.
Wesley Snipes.
I agree with that. I agree as the casting director of this.
He is a national treasure, to be appreciated and forgiven of all tax sins.
I agree with that. Great in Dolomite and great in Coming to, or only great actor in Coming to America. Everybody else fucking sucked.
Did you not like Coming to America?
Have you met me?
I mean, why didn't you? Because the moon is not real? Why did you not like?
Are you?
I really don't. We haven't had this conversation. Did you not?
God. So, I think I've talked about this because actually I watched it with over Zoom because it was on Disney Plus, and I watched it with a couple other friends. I roasted the movie the entire fucking time. It was so bad.
Oh, you're
it's so bad. Oh. And I'm not. Here's the thing. I did not compare it to the original. Okay. I looked at it as a standalone.
And you did not like
motion
what they
picture. And I said motion picture.
Yeah.
Film.
You didn't like it?
No.
As a motion picture film?
No.
I mean, there was some plot
holes.
No.
I'm sorry. If you're gonna, Eddie and even fucking Arsenio acted like they didn't want to be there.
I wouldn't say that.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And here's it felt like it was written by white folks with a checklist. They just wanted to make sure they check all the boxes. We're going to address the trans. Yes. We're going to address gentrification. Yes. We're going to address, the fish out of water thing. Check. We're going to throw all the references of the old one, but multiply it exponentially by 20, if that's even a mathematical equation. And then just put it on steroids. So we want those Salt and Pepper to come and do a remix of that song. Oh, and then She's Your Queen. We're going to play that shit. Oh, we're going to do Who's Black and Not Working. Dikembe Mutombo, come here. You're done with your commercials. You come and do the fucking cameo. All right, who else?
No.
Yes, exactly. We're going to...
Listen.
What's the phrase? And I love her. Leslie Jones. I love her. I think she's hilarious as a comic. Mm-hmm. And she's like, okay, you're going to play that character, that like over the top ghetto ass black woman. All right, who else? Who we got? What's the dude from 30 Rock? I forgot his
Tracy Morgan?
Yeah, Tracy Morgan. You're gonna play the same dude you play in every fucking movie. You're gonna show your belly, you're gonna be obnoxious, you're gonna be a dick, you're gonna act like you're just streetwise.
And then you're gonna get somebody pregnant.
Exactly. You're gonna talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, who else? We're gonna need we're gonna have to kind of make it more modern and whatever. So we need to have at least one African actress in it, and you will be the servant, right?
Wasn't Angela Bassett in it?
No.
Was she not?
The only thing that I really enjoyed, Tiana Taylor.
Okay.
That's the only thing I enjoyed out of the movie. That's it, and Wesley Snipes. Tiana Taylor is the hottest woman ever. And Wesley Snipes as an actor, anything else was just over the top. And then we're gonna throw Rick Ross because we filmed the shit in his house.
Okay, I am not trying to persuade you.
No, I take a perspective. If it's valid, I'll say
when I say this, I'm not saying this to persuade you either way.
Fuck a disclaimer. Come on, bring it.
You say it felt like old white people made it. I say it feels like an old black man did it, because that's what Eddie is. And Eddie, his humor is still based in the shit that he thinks is funny is still the shit that he thinks is funny. So when you've got somebody that hasn't been in limelight, that might be a little out of date because he's a granddad now. These the humor you found in that was granddad humor, him drawing back to the days when this shit was legit and whatnot. So maybe the reason you didn't like it is because you were looking for this to push the envelope. But all he wanted to do was just get his friends together, pay homage to something he did a while ago and make a little money off of it.
Sure.
And that's all I thought it was.
I'm not shitting on that part. I'm
You're shitting on the actual work itself.
Yes.
Right.
But okay, so
but the actual work is from somebody who is dated. Whose ideology is dated.
I take your perspective, and I think it's valid, and I completely agree. From a production perspective, if you take a step back from it, and you're like, okay, let's look at what the circumstances as far as who's involved.
Right.
It is Eddie. He's older. He hasn't done much in a while. He hasn't had a hit movie in a while, and now he did Dolomite, which I thought was great.
Dolomite?
Yeah, Dolomite was fine. Yeah.
Okay. And Wesley was the best part of Dolomite.
Yeah, it was, and that was actually true to Dolomite's story.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're going to retell the entire first Coming to America in the second one, no. And if you're going to make jokes about there's one part in the movie that's just when I was like, this is over. This is some bullshit. Is when the African girl, the only legit African person in the entire cast, he's walking with the prince in the gardens, and she's like, "Oh, I love America. I love your movies. I love your stuff." And in the script, the guy goes, "Oh yeah, what do you love about our movies? We do sequels nobody wants." And he looks at the camera. That right there says,
you don't like breaking the fourth wall?
No, not like that. Not in an obvious way. It's like when the title of the movie is Taken, you're waiting for the motherfucker to say Taken.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Like you could have done the scene without that little, get it?
Okay.
It's a sequel. Nobody asked for it. Fuck off. It's too obvious. Like I get that the humor from the first one doesn't necessarily translate to today, and I get the whole let's reintroduce, the story of the fish out of water story, and get tell the story from the other perspective, from the prince's perspective, and all that. I get all that. Soul Glow didn't come back. I thought that would have been dope, but anyway,
we got Sexual Chocolate.
Yeah, we got Sexual Chocolate. I was waiting for him the whole time.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, but and the barbershop I thought was dope too. The characters, that's classic. You can't fuck that up. But as a standalone movie, it felt like they tried so fucking hard, and it didn't feel genuine to me. And and again, I'm not comparing to the other one. I'm just saying you know what notes to hit just to get a cheap laugh.
Perhaps.
But like when Eddie gets to Queens in the first one, it goes, hi, what is it? Hello, whatever. You go, fuck you, yes, fuck you too. You can't replicate that shit.
No, you can't.
Exactly. So find something else.
So you're not even considering the part of the story where the pandemic hit and they kind of like had to just fucking wing it at the end as far as production goes, and they didn't know how they were going to get it released, and they just I feel like the pandemic hitting kind of fucked off what they were going for.
But that's that's everybody. Everybody was making movies or production,
and they fucking held, and people have criticized shit that's come out that was halted by the pandemic. So
I still watched it.
I know you still watched it.
I don't have to like it.
You don't have to like it, but I mean, you are grading it with you are Sherlock Holmes with this shit.
Yeah,
I don't like that he was wearing fila.
There were not African. There were no Africans, and I didn't see a Senegalese motherfucker go, what the fuck you doing here?
Yeah, right. Nobody drives Lexuses in Africa.
Yes, and this is Rick Ross's home. It's like, all right, we get it. So let me put it this way. I'm all for, and I know this sounds like there's a huge but coming. I'm all for support Black, because that's what people were saying when it came out. They were like, yo, support Black. Movies and actors. I'm like, great, by all means. They all got paid. They killed it. I don't know if it broke records or not. People still got on Disney Plus or wherever the fuck it came out to watch it.
Amazon Prime, yeah.
Everybody got to get on Amazon Prime, watch it. Fine. It didn't. At the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you're reintroducing an old story to a new generation. I get it. It works. I'm not knocking the hustle behind it. I'm really not. I'm just looking at it from the art form, from the art of making a movie. And I'm not a fucking movie critic. I'm just telling you what I think. From the as a piece of work and as an art form, I'm sorry, but I was way half-assed.
You're a prude.
Huh?
You're a prude. You're a movie prude.
I am a snob about this shit.
Yes, you're.
I'm a snob about music.
Yeah.
I'm a snob about movies. Because I know what I know what that's what I'm saying. I know what I like when it comes to watching shit. And so I'm not gonna. It was my sister's time. It was on Prime actually. And I watched it with 3 other people who didn't have to pay for it
for free, and you still.
It was on Zoom.
Still mad. Still mad over some free shit. This nigga here, you can't take a nigga nowhere. This motherfucker just still mad over some free shit. Bitch still can't cook.
I shared it once. I told people to watch it and find for themselves.
Oh, all right. So the original question was, if we were doing a hip hop movie, who else
I forgot about that. How long
Wesley
been going?
Snipes would have to be in it.
Fuck, an hour 25. What's up?
Wesley Snipes would have to be in the joint.
Okay, that was a big parenthesis, but now you know how I feel.
Yeah, and so I'm glad to know we're on the same page. That the first name out of my mouth.
I'm cool with Snipes. I am.
So
cool
it's
with
already
Snipes.
a winner. We've already won just because we.
But it's
agreed.
not a hip hop because it's Snipes.
He kind of represents hip hop. New Jack City. He
but
kind of represents hip hop, but he's in the movie. Okay.
Okay, he's in it. He doesn't have to be the main role, but he's in it.
You said this was a comedy, right?
Yeah.
So Wesley Snipes. You gotta have Wes. I'd have Cuban in a small capacity.
Yeah, because Cube would take over this.
Yeah, he's got to have a small role.
You ever seen Cube in a small role since Higher Learning?
Yes. Yeah.
In
you
what?
You can, nigga. This is old Cube. All right. You ain't commanding. All about the Benjamins money no more, all right? You gonna be, but we'll give you a
Players
strong
Club
title.
was dope.
Players
Club was
yeah,
good.
that's shit. But even in Players Club, he wasn't a big role.
Yeah,
he was in it.
Yeah.
You know, and he could be like that. We make him a boss or something. You know, somebody they got to deal with.
Okay.
Put him in something that shows him in a different light.
I would throw Snoop just for the fuck of it.
I don't fuck with him like that. But
Snoop as an actor?
No. What the name I'm about to drop? Migos. I don't fuck with Migos a lot. But
what would they bring?
This is a movie. You need a cast. You got to fill it
Throw
up with
Drake over Migos and be done with it.
No. We don't need Jake from State Farm out here. If you put Drake and Lonzo Ball next to each other, I'd get it wrong every time. I would never get it right. Every one of these light-skinned motherfuckers look exactly the same.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
but
I don't need Drake confusing my audience.
Do you need all 3 of them?
No.
All 3 Migos?
No. I don't even know their names. Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Offset, Quavo, and the other one.
Just
Passion, what's his name?
Give me enough Migos that people understand it's Migos.
Well, hold on. What's the third one? Quavo, Offset.
I don't know.
Scrooge. What's his name?
Oh, Dewey.
Oh,
Theodore.
Can you imagine Quavo, Offset, and Theodore,
and Simon.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage. We got Quavo, motherfucking Quavo, Offset, and
Simon.
Simon
comes out. If you listen to Iambic Pentameter, we can't do this.
Simon's the DJ. Nobody knows about him.
Yeah. I don't know because.
Okay. Well, okay. You get 2 Migos out of 3.
All right. This is how I'm putting it in my brain. Like now you've got me actually working. So if you're gonna have a hip hop movie with a bunch of stars, all the cameos, I'm thinking it's got to be something kind of like a Enter the Dragon style. Like there's a tournament, right? For whatever reason, where there's a reason that all these characters are being introduced, right?
It's like rap battles that get to the last boss is Eminem.
Yeah, but not rapping. Or it just be whatever. Like the constant throughout the movie is that there's all these obstacles that your protagonist is going through, and each of these people are somebody that they would interact with throughout their journey to get to the end of the movie, whether it be a battle or rapping or whatever it might be, because I haven't flushed out the plot enough to get there. But these are all characters.
Well, who's the main dude? Because the main dude that would help if you figure that part out. Like who's the main dude? Like who's?
I don't know any current hip hop cats, but I'd say Michael B. Jordan is the main dude because he's gonna get asses in seats.
Yeah, but that's not hip hop, man.
No, but the main star doesn't have to be hip hop as long as he's surrounded by hip hop.
Okay, here throw Common for some reason.
Common?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Common will get the girls to come watch it.
We don't need Common to get the girls. You know who I will have? Here you go. Fuck it. Boom.
Who?
Michael B. Jordan, I'm going to pick you up, and I'm going to set your little ass right here.
Uh-huh.
And Red and Meth, go and take a seat. And they
Okay, comedy. Yeah, How High was funny as shit.
And so all right here. So did you watch? Do you watch any of the verses?
Yeah, it depends. Which
Did you
one?
see the Red and Meth verses?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Not my favorite one.
No.
But RZA did come out and say y'all need to make How High too. If I got to front the money, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, bet. Then I guess we're doing it. So I guess
there was a How High too already.
That shit don't count.
I know it wasn't, but I'm saying
shit don't count.
Yeah,
but if,
it went straight to VHS. If VHS was still a thing.
And I mean, but if RZA's gonna front or produce the movie, whether it's How High or whatever, starring Red and Meth, then I'm down. And you know, RZA's into the martial arts shit. He's into kung fu movie shit, so he can put together a script where we can have all these different entities interacting with Red and Meth. So I will keep Wesley Snipes. I will keep Ice Cube.
I got it.
And I will keep Simon, Quavo, and Offset.
Simon.
We're the
I can't even name a single Migos song. That's how bad it is. It Bad and Bougie was that? Okay. I have a plot.
Stir Fry, Migos. That's the only song I fuck with. Stir Fry.
I don't
That's
even
my
know.
shit right
That's
there.
a horrible title.
It's the jam.
Makes me hungry. Get some boners.
I'll kill some boners.
I know you kill some boners. You'll suck on some boners too. I'll isolate that noise too,
Mm-hmm.
and put it and tag it right after the other one. Have you ever played the Def Jam games on Xbox?
Yes. Wait.
Fight for New York.
Xbox?
Yes, I have it. I still have it.
Okay.
The Fight for New York.
When it first came out back in the day, it was like kind of like Mortal Kombat or whatever. It was with Def Jam characters. It was like
there was the first one, and there was the second one, Fight for New York.
No, I didn't play Fight for New York. I played the first one where you had like LL and who else was on there? Yeah, I remember the first one where it was like 1-on-1.
Yeah, this one. So the Fight for New York one is.
Can you grab it? Let me see the cover.
I think I have it right here. Fight for New York. Oh shit.
Yes, I did play that.
Yes, this one. Def Jam Fight for New York.
Yes.
So here's the plot.
Yeah, this is the exact one I was thinking of.
In there you have, they're all in there. Busta, Havoc, Prodigy, Sean Paul, Elephant Man, even Carmen Electra's in there. Fucking Lil Kim. Exhibit. That's right. Bubba Sparks.
Luda was in it. Yeah,
Luda was in it. Yeah. So you take that, you turn that and shit into a movie. You don't have to do all the fighting stuff. Maybe a little bit.
Well,
but like the top dog, Snoop is Crow. He's the bad guy, and then his right hand man is Busta Rhymes. His name's Magic in the game.
So you can't recreate this game into a movie, even though it'd be dope.
No, but I'm saying like it's one of those because you play a nobody, and you're trying to work your way up.
Yeah.
And trying to prove yourself to this gang. Elephant Man was in there, yeah. You know who Elephant Man is, right?
Yeah, I know Elephant Man
okay,
is.
Good.
Yes.
Just making sure. But you do something like that.
Yeah. Yes. And that's why I would say I'd have like Ice Cube be like a boss. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like somebody you got to get through to get whatever it is you need to get on to the next like say it's like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, and Kevin Hart is just the elf that just gives you some artifacts.
Kevin Hart, you know what Kevin Hart is?
It's the midget that gives you artifacts.
Before every fight, Kevin Hart is lowered from the ceiling. This next match is for the Fight for New York Championship. Y'all shut up. Don't pull me on this rope. In this corner, fuck that nigga. Put me down. Put me down. Oh, they're pulling me back up.
It's over. I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll be back. Next round, I'll be back.
They make him wear some like fairy wings and shit as he comes down.
Oh, that would be so good. So good. All right, man. We've been talking for 2 hours, I think.
Yes, we've been talking for a minute. My dope shit?
Yeah, go ahead.
We already talked about my dope shit.
What is it?
Marvel movies and stuff. I think that shit is dope.
Like
Loki in specific right now. I love what Marvel and Disney Plus are doing with the TV shows. They've been engaging.
Yeah, so is that the new thing now? Because with Falcon and the other one,
Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Falcon and the other one,
and WandaVision.
Yeah, this whole series they come out once a week.
Yeah,
they don't release the whole season.
Nope, it's appointment viewing. You gotta watch it, and then once it's released, and you can watch it anytime. But like,
I'll wait.
Like today is Tuesday. So tonight at like 2 a.m. they'll be dropping the new episode of Loki because it drops every Wednesday. So 2 a.m. If you catch it I'm nerdy. I'll be there at 2 o'clock in the morning watching that shit. But what they've done with the TV shows is legit. I mean, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
It's a good like switch the format instead of a 3-hour movie.
Yes.
Because you can actually flesh out a story in a season.
Absolutely. And
Instead
that's what's
of
so
like
great.
a 2-hour block.
Now we're getting to see more of characters and getting to see who characters. I mean, there's one thing you see them in a movie and they got a couple lines and they do a couple cool things, but you don't really know who they are. Like that was the thing about WandaVision is Wanda Maximoff and Vision, although they had big parts in the movies, like you didn't really know who they were. You know what I'm saying? It was, to go back to the analogy from the very beginning of this show, it was like having an interview with somebody, right? In the movie, it's kind of like a press conference. Here's a question. Here's what it is. This is me, basically.
Right.
And the WandaVision show, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that's like a podcast. And you're really getting to know them. You're getting to know what makes them tick, understand them, and you're getting a story that maybe isn't big enough, the story itself, to be on the big screen, but it's important enough to this character that we tell this story. And through telling this story, you are going to care more about them, and you're going to learn more about this character, and you'll be more invested in them because of this show. And we're going to take our time and do it. Falcon and the Winter Soldier could have been a 6-hour movie if they wanted to do that.
Probably nobody has that time, though. Pandemic over.
Yeah, no, unless they're going to do Kill Bill style. But, nobody's going to watch a 6-hour movie, but a 6-hour TV show spread out over 6 episodes, an hour each.
Yeah,
or
it's
so.
easy.
That's easy peasy. You can watch that back to back to back, whatever, binge that in a weekend. And it tells a story, a very good story of how Sam Wilson, the Falcon, Anthony Mackie, how he went from being a sidekick to believing in himself and feeling that he did deserve the mantle of Captain America, and then stepping up to it.
It's the same trope I talked about earlier, isn't it?
To an extent.
You get some powers, learn how to use it.
He already had the powers. He already had the powers. He's already been a superhero. But this is him it's about more than becoming a superhero. It's about him taking up a mantle. And for me, it was dope because it really addressed what it means to, like, he had to address the thought of what it means as a black man to carry the stars and stripes of America. Like, he struggled with that. And so,
okay, that's deep. Yeah, I can respect that.
Yeah, so he went back and
it's not just nigga with wings.
No. He had to go back, and there was like after Captain America was in the ice, frozen and shit. I'm assuming all of y'all niggas have already seen it. After
I haven't. He's just spoiling the shit out of it right now.
Because you're not gonna watch it.
If I got some time,
you have way too much shit to go on. But just know, I was like, and when you do get free time, you'll be like, I could watch that, or I can watch DuckTales in French. First of all,
I've watched all the new DuckTales already. It's over 3 seasons. It's over. But I'll find some anime to watch or some shit.
Yeah, you'll find something better. But I like Falcon.
If I'm bored, if I'm really bored, I will. I always give every series I start 3 episodes.
If you give any of these Marvel shows 3 episodes, I guarantee you'll finish.
No, I mean, once I'm in,
you'll be in 3 episodes. If you give it 3
Can
episodes.
I do it in 2? Can I do it in 2?
Yeah.
2?
Yeah.
Because I didn't even watch the fucking the Star Wars shit.
The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Okay. I'm not gonna start. I had this conversation with Carter Anderson. I can't.
I'll sum it up. Do you like westerns?
Funny ones. Do you remember? And this. I don't think they made it here. Terrence Hill and Bud Spencer. You know who that is?
Terrence and Phillips.
No, not Terrence and Phillips from South Park. No, Terrence Hill and Bud Spencer.
No,
they're Italian actors.
Okay.
Actually, this is I'll make that my dope shit because they made these what they call spaghetti western. And the thing about it's like a skinny pretty boy, and Bud Spencer is this big dude, but they get into fights in every movie, and the fights are fucking hilarious.
Okay.
And so Bud Spencer, it's not even punching; it's just fucking bitch slapping dudes that do 2 backflips. And this came out in the 70s.
Okay.
This came out in the 70s, and in France, we're getting all of their movies dubbed. That's the kind of western I love because it was rugged, and I fucking love the fights. And they were Bud Spencer. I think he passed away a few years ago, but he was like a politician back in Italy.
Oh, okay.
Terrence Hill was he was doing sitcoms. He went back to doing sitcoms. He's probably in his 80s now or something. But in the 70s, Pretty Boy. There's one movie I would recommend. It's called if I translate, two cops in Miami.
So basically,
Two cops in Miami. Pretty much, it's these two dudes. So they meet randomly. They always end up meeting somehow. That's the thing. Like they don't know each other at the beginning of every movie. It's always them two, and they meet up somehow, and then they end up finding the same goal, and then bitch slapping motherfuckers along the way.
Tango and Cash.
Yeah, I love Tango and Cash, but not like that.
Okay.
Actually funny.
Okay.
Actually
so funny
funny.
Tango and Cash.
Yeah, funny Tango and Cash. Yeah,
All right.
but and so they did so two cops of Miami. Well, yeah, they're based in Miami, but they become cops together, kind of like Who's the Man type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then same thing, they try to investigate some stuff along the way. They do the fight scenes. Just go to YouTube and search for Terrence Hill and Bud Spencer fights.
Okay, I can do that.
Look that shit. We'll watch it after. I'll show you a couple of clips when we're
Okay.
done here. But that's my dope shit. Go look it up. Terrence Hill, Bud Spencer. I grew up with it. They were huge in the 80s and the 70s. So I just come up with dope shit just off the top of my head.
Can I throw an honorary real quick one out there that I think you'll enjoy?
Yeah, try.
My daughter, man. I want to throw some
You
dope
ever throw
shit.
your daughter?
No. Don't please don't throw her in the traffic. She's not.
It's not immortal.
She's not
God
immortal.
damn it.
She's not immortal. No, but my daughter did some dope shit this past weekend, and every now and then she does this shit, and I just like I have to fucking salute her ass. So my kids, they have the nicknames like we call them the Snitch and the Grinch. Because my son is a snitch and my daughter's a Grinch, and she does some Grinchy shit.
Okay.
So Saturday we went to the pool. Side note, I was just starting the Delta 8 was just starting to hit when I got in the pool, so I was a little faded. We get in the pool and
the Delta variant?
Delta 8, not the Delta variant. No, nigga, like I don't
You're going to the pool with a coronavirus.
No, Delta 8. It's THC extract. That's another story.
Okay, fine.
We're in the pool, and my daughter, she's 3, and she's got her floaties on, and she's been learning how to swim a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting on the side watching her, and she's like killing it, right? She's got her floaties on, but she's kicking and she's moving around the pool, getting wherever she needed to go. And I was like, oh, this motherfucker's killing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I get into the pool on the deep end, and I see her swimming over to me. And she's got the biggest smile on her face, and she's all, Daddy, Daddy. And I'm thinking, oh, shit, here come, in my mind, I'm like, this is my nigga coming over. And my son's splashing, jumping stuff. And I stick my hands out for my daughter as she's swimming up. And then right when she gets to me, like her expression changed. And like she kind of went dead eye, and she pulled her hand out the water. She had a fucking squirt gun and squirted me right in my fucking face. And I was like,
that's some gangster shit right here.
Yo, straight up, I was just like, I went from, hey, what the fuck? Like, I was so excited to see her. I didn't even know she had a water gun. But it looked like some shit out of Commando. It was some Arnold Schwarzenegger shit. She just swam up on me and then pulls this gun out the water and just starts blasting me in the face. And that's some dope shit. Like my daughter is
how old's your daughter?
3.
Yeah, my son's 3.5.
She's 3, man.
My son does this thing where we play hide and go seek. He used to like I used to just watch him go and hide or whatever and pretend. That's usually how it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
And then one time he did it, and usually when I go back or then he just comes out and start laughing. This one time he didn't say shit for 10 minutes. I didn't know where the fuck I didn't know where it was. I looked in the house. I looked everywhere. I started panicking. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy?
Oh, that feeling is the
worst.
worst.
Yes, it is. It is. And it was a big house. It was his mom's sister's house in Dallas. And I'm like, I don't know where the fuck it's a huge house. They have a house in the back house. Like and I'm looking, I'm yelling, Bakery. He's not saying shit. And I stand on top of the stairs. And he just by the time I turned around, he was hiding under the bed. He didn't say a word. He just creeped up and
he figured out the rules of the game.
Yes. And I'm like, don't you ever do this shit again. He's just laughing, yeah, I got you, Daddy. Like, yeah, no, you didn't get shit. You don't
never
give me
playing
like
this
that.
game ever
Next
again.
time, let's just keep pretending that I know where you are and I don't know where you are, and then I know, and I find you and you pop out and say, hey, just keep doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how it starts. That's how it starts.
Yeah, that's how that sneaky shit starts.
Yeah. I didn't play that
so,
game.
note to self, my daughter and your son don't need to be around each other, coordinating.
We're gonna have like play dates and shit. I kind of want to watch.
Yeah.
Just want to watch. Just see what happens.
My daughter tell him, cock it to the side. Hold it sideways.
No, and my son would go, oh, like this, and because he's already like pew 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 pew, and like, what's the pew 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 for? What you fucking? It's like, yeah, no, this is a gun.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell you go to a French school? Fuck, you learn about guns. You know about guns. And yeah, he's doing all, like, we watched Iron Man once, the first one. The next day he went up to school and beat up his friends, and like, oh, and every day we get a note. Say, oh, back where he was like this today. He napped. He ate well. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, he was very aggressive today. Did something happen at home? Like, fuck, we watched Iron Man the night before.
You can't put that on Tony Stark.
No, because he loves the Black Sabbath song.
Oh.
He loves that song. He knows the words. It's like, is he alive or dead? He knows the words.
Right.
So I was like, oh, yeah, that's Iron Man. He loves the cartoon, too. There's like a Marvel on Disney Plus and all that with the, big heads and little bodies and shit. And he's like, yeah, I love Iron Man. And we got him the glove. He got the mask. Got Spider-Man and everything.
Yeah.
And then we started watching. I was like, yeah, let's watch the movie. Why not? You're 2.5. What's the worst that can happen? And that's what happened. He went to school. He was like, I'm Iron Man.
Listen here. Don't let them people at that school mess with your brain, all right? Because that's what 2- and 3-year-olds and 4- and 5-year-olds do. That's them.
I'm getting to a point where I'm like, yeah, this just being a kid.
Yeah.
But at some point you got to be like, I don't know what the cutoff is. I don't know what the age is like. Yo, this shit ain't funny no more. Like, this ain't cute.
Probably not till elementary school.
What's that? How old is that?
Like 7.
Yeah,
like
okay.
You gotta wait till they get through kindergarten at least, because my wife is the director of a daycare.
Oh.
So, and both of my kids go to the daycare that my wife is the director of. So she sees my kids interacting with kids their age. She sees kids their age every day. She has to deal with kids their age. So whenever I'm kind of like you, I'll be like, "What's this bullshit they're doing?" She goes,
"They're just doing it."
That's
every kid does
that
it.
age. That's
exactly
age appropriate. If they're doing something not age appropriate, she'd be like, "That's a problem."
Yes.
But like that stuff, that's age appropriate.
My son already does this thing, and that's how I know my son is not gay. Let me say that first. That's how I know my son's not gay, because every time when he starts, let's say we're at the park, right? And we're playing soccer, we got the little goal things and whatever. And then as soon as the girl walks up, doesn't matter how old, could be the mom, girl, it doesn't matter. That's when he starts showing off. Like, he'll run and pretend he's falling and roll over, trying to do that shit. Like, hey, look at me. Like, he does it all the time. And every time he does something, he doesn't look at me. He looks at the girl. Always. He always looks at the girl. Like, did you see what I just did? Did you see what I just did? And then I'll be like, all right, that's good.
Popcorn player.
Yes. And you're cute, so you can get away with this shit. You're half Arkansas, half African. Like, you'll be all right.
Half Arkansas, half African?
Yeah, his mom's from Arkansas. That's where he at right now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's some country shit.
I don't know
and
what...
French, and he's bilingual already.
I don't know what concerns me more, the African or the Arkansas part.
The French part will probably, like, couldn't...
Because African and Arkansas got some aggressiveness, but that French side will tuck and run so fast.
Yeah, that's true. The French get aggressive, too.
What do they do, throw crepes at you?
No, the French, they're never happy. The French are just grumpy by nature.
Because they got their ass kicked in every war.
No, don't throw that shit at me. No, they're just never happy. You know the difference between when and that threw me off when I first moved here. We got to end this at some point. Yeah. But in America, especially in the South, when you say hi to somebody, how you doing? They go, oh, I'm great. Mm-hmm. I'm great. I'm good. How are you? In France, they don't say great. They say not bad. If you gave a French person them boner things, they'll never say, oh my God, this is delicious, or this is awesome, this is dope, I'll recommend. They'll go, yeah, it's not bad. They always flip it to the negative to give you backsided compliment. That's how the French are. The French lawyers will fucking strike and protest in the streets. Lawyers.
For
doctors. What? Stupid shit. They want, like retirement age, that bullshit. They want to work less.
Oh.
Lawyers and doctors. They'll
Human rights
strike.
Shit.
They'll strike.
Okay.
You ever seen that shit happen here?
Nah, no.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The French never happy.
They
The French are you thought American tourists were bad? The French are worse because the French were actually cut in line. The Americans are respectful. They be assholes because they expect shit the way they used to back home, because fucking
Yeah.
America. But the French will not only be rude to you and not make an effort in your country, but also treat you like shit in the process. Try to skip the line, try to negotiate all the time.
I've never heard this before.
Yeah, don't go to France. No, go to France. But
Why, so they can
careful
rob
what
me?
French people. No, they're not gonna rob you. But I'm saying careful who you fuck with. But it's a different energy.
Okay.
The French are not excitable people like Americans are.
They sound like my type of people, which is making me really question who I've been as a human this whole time.
I do 23andMe and get some French in your ass.
Well, his name is Joffrey.
Oh shit! All right, man. This is my dope shit. Where can people find you? We talked about the Gray Area podcast on Hot Pie.
Yo,
Media.
You can find me on Instagram at the Aaron Cheatham. Check out the podcast at Podcast the Gray Area, hotpiemedia.com. I'm on Facebook, Aaron Cheatham. You can find me on Twitter, but I wouldn't because there's nothing to see there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Instagram's probably the best way. YouTube, I got some shit up. I need to get better at posting stuff. I've been recording a lot of things, and I haven't posted
Just drip it, like they say.
I'm holding out for the album that never released.
All right, detox.
Yeah, that's where I'm on that detox. I recorded the album in September 2019, and niggas is like, "When's this album drop?" And I'm like, "Yeah, about that."
A comedy album?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I
cool.
recorded it. Recorded 2 shows in the Blind Tiger Comedy Club down in San Antonio, and I never released it. So it's sitting there.
Man,
It's sitting there
put
waiting
it out
to
on
happen.
YouTube. Fucking done.
Well, that's the problem. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But yeah, just that's where you can find me. Y'all can find me, Gray Area Podcast, Podcast Gray Area, or on Instagram at the Aaron Cheatham. And thank you for having me back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. As always, make sure you follow the FeedBak everywhere. Follow at Hip Hop Bingo on Instagram. We're gonna have some announcements to make when the next Hip Hop Bingos are gonna be. So make sure you follow that. Other PSA, yeah, just share the shit, man. I'll say this. I forgot to say this on your podcast last time, but probably people won't hear it because we've been talking for 2 hours. I like the fact, and I think that's how we ended last time on your show. That I like that there's a lot of podcasts, popping left and right. There's enough for everybody. But I'd like to see more like crossover shit like we just did.
Oh, for sure.
Because sky's the limit. There's plenty for everybody. I think a lot of people. I've met a lot of funny motherfuckers over the past couple of years. There's a lot of talent in Austin. A lot of people trying to do their own thing, but at the end of the day, if we're all kind of trying to be funny, we're all trying to make it out here. So
we get a lot further. We work together.
exactly. If you have a podcast, invite a comic, invite another podcaster on your podcast, and vice versa. I think that's how we grow. That's how we support each other. And that's how we make this shit moving. So
I'm all about that life. Real talk. If anybody watching this, just get at me. If you want to get on the Gray Area, hit me up. It ain't hard. Fucking send me a DM, slide in DMs. I'm down to have conversations.
Yeah, you invited me within like the first time I talked to him.
Yeah,
you did.
I really did.
Yeah, you did. Like, you come on my show.
Yeah, you come on my show.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, if anybody that watched that podcast that came out, they dropped last week, 2 weeks ago now, whenever it dropped. If you watch that and then you watch this, you've got like fucking 3 hours of conversation right here and entertainment from us two on 2 different platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And who knows what else we can do with other shit we'd get into. Man, if you want to do work, holla at me. You come on Gray Area, I'll come on your shit, and you know how much content you can put out there. You never know what type of chemistry you'll have with somebody till you sit down and work with them, and you never know, man. Change your whole motherfucking life real smooth.
Well, coming to America still sucks. Let's just make that clear before we wrap up.
I'm gonna give you a boner. I'm gonna give you a boner.
Oh, that was good. That was good. All right. On that note, we'll talk to you next time, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Ciao, ciao.